All right.
You will be notified. Chaos Tim is live. Oh,
Live once again. All right. Well,
it's still muted.
again, I'm just going to brag about my amazing Photoshop skills and that logo. I spent a total of 5 minutes on it, so enjoy. Um, Way less copyrightable than the prior
It's a
logo.
giant purple square on my screen. There
Get
it
rid of that shit. Fucking got a big funny man here. Big funny man. But regardless, currently you all are still in the bowels of the crypts of the fortress of the
Eternal Despot.
Eternal Despot. Yeah, and as such, you've already been tested quite a bit, but it seems there's a lot more waiting for you here. So, as we get started, I'll before I set the scene, if someone would like to volunteer to do the weekly recap in exchange for inspiration.
Your inspiration screwed me over last time. It was actually worse than what I rolled.
Oh, that's less of my fault, more of your dice's fault, I think.
Oh shit.
It's not
But
even
go
my
off.
dice. It's this program.
But go off, as the kids say.
I'm still waiting for Spencer Howard to do one.
Never gonna happen.
But
Well,
you're
if
the
there's no
bard. You're supposed
volunteers,
to be
I'll
the
just do it
storyteller.
myself, and no one will get any inspiration.
Everything that happens between last week and this week just falls out of my brain.
Well,
Oh,
anyway, essentially, you guys spent the entirety of last session
fucking
still in the crypts. You began in the central chamber. You fought some rats. You fought some bugbears, which you discovered seemingly guarding the passage into the western portion of the crypt. You were able to kill one of them, but one of them escaped, potentially alerting your presence to the rest of whatever bugbears might be lying around. I'm not even looking at that slide, so. Anyway, you move into the western portion of the crypt and you find more bugbears. You take them down. You end up fighting an Etten as well as a bugbear chief by the name of Murdoch, who gave you the key to the other portion of the crypt. He also told you a little bit about why they were there. They were told by someone that he could not name to dig into the crypt, and they've been using it as a hideout since. You let him go, as well as the two other bugbears that he still had with him, and they left. Got some loot, and now you've moved your way into the main chamber of the crypt, having to fight some skeletal guardians
Chamber.
there. And so, that brings us to the present, in which you see the ground under the crypt collapsed into a sinkhole in front of you,
Simple.
leaving permanent alterations to the crypt. A sunken area crosses the hallway, the floor being roughly 5 feet lower than the rest of the hallway. Directly in front of you, you see a myriad of debris that seems to be blocking a chamber to the north. You can very easily make your way to the west down the hallway by shimmying along the edge of the collapsed portion of the floor. The passage to the east here is also covered in debris, but it would only take a little bit of time, likely, to push your way through it and get through to the other side of the eastern hallway. So, as you see this in front of you, what do you do? Dorian leading the charge at this moment.
So you said the western passage, pretty easy to traverse. Eastern
Yes.
one would take a little bit of time. What about this one?
So, you'd have to get close to it to see better. And in order to do that, you'd have to either move down into the sunken floor or attempt to make a leap across.
How deep's
Or
the,
Misty Step.
how deep's the hole? Can I see the bottom?
Yes, it's about 5 feet deep.
It's just
And as you
rubble
look
down there.
down,
That's
yeah,
not
as
that
you
bad.
look down, there's debris and pieces of broken wall and floor, as well as a rocky cave-like underfloor. It seems that the crypt itself, being built mostly underground, was built on top of a stone shelf in the ground.
I turn around and I wave Rashdir over.
I move up.
Alright. So, looks like we're going to do a little climbing if we want to go forward. We probably should go left. Seems to be the easiest so far.
Difficult would it be to make the eastern passage even more difficult to traverse, or more likely to create noise if something is coming from that direction?
There's a chance. We're going to have to go every way eventually, but maybe this thing will loop around.
It's possible, but if that's the case, then if we're going left, we'll know that direction's clear anyway. So creating noise shouldn't be that much of an issue if it's a giant circle.
So you want to go right?
I'd say we should probably make that area more difficult to traverse if we go left.
Is that possible, DM? Is there enough loose debris we can move to?
I mean, I've got these ball bearings.
So what you want to do is you want to try to move right.
No, we want to go
First.
left. If we go
we
left,
want to go
left.
left. I want to make
Okay.
this right side more difficult to traverse, coming from the hallway, coming from the
Okay.
right.
Well, it's currently blocked off by debris. It would
So it's
take
completely blocked off.
right. The 5 of you together, you can surmise, would take about 20 minutes or so for the 5 of you together to move the debris out of the way.
okay.
That shouldn't be too much of an issue then. I thought it was just like
Loose debris
loose
we had to
rocks that would
climb.
make it harder to get over.
No,
Not
the
the
debris
actual, like, completely blocked
the debris
passage.
is blocking the passage.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we should probably just go left then.
Lead the way.
Squeeze on by and see if I can. Do I need to roll
Okay.
anything or just?
No,
Cool.
no. As long as you're careful,
Yeah.
you can easily make it along the edge without any trouble.
Alright. And then I'm gonna stealthily make my way up to this cross section.
Okay. You can make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Stealth check. Yeah. First roll of the night.
Pretty good.
All right. Pretty good. Yeah. So, as you move along, what's your passive perception?
It's only 13.
But that's actually enough. As you're moving slowly along the hallway, you notice the quality, or I guess the condition of the crypt getting steadily better as you move along this hallway. And what you do notice is you notice similar yet smaller tracks leading towards your allies, coming from the room.
Cross section.
Yeah, coming from this direction.
Okay. Alright, after noticing that, is anyone following me in, or are they just waiting for me to scout it out and come back?
You guys following?
We're doing our standard. Give like a 15 feet berth
Foot
between.
berth. Yeah.
And I'll
Sure.
come right back, and I'll get to this corner, so I don't have to go all the way back around.
Sure.
And I'll. It looks like more footprints similar to those of the bugbears, but smaller. So I'm guessing a true goblin of some sort.
How many?
Was I able to determine?
You didn't take a close enough look
Yeah.
to determine that fact.
Uh,
There were several sets, though. You're
Yeah.
just not positive how many exactly.
Yeah. Several sets, so I'd assume a small pack, medium-sized pack.
Just have to be ready then.
Right. Aside from that, I saw nothing else. I'll continue to just walk back till I can actually.
All right. So you reach the cross section. What you see to the south, a door. To your west, a door. And to your north, a long passage that goes on for several dozens of feet.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you are able to determine that the small footprints that you saw are coming from this room.
Directly across from us.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to inspect this bottom door first. Like, check for any traps and put my ear up against it to see if I hear anything from the other side.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Wow. Hey.
Something's rolling hot right now.
All right. So this door seems similar, especially to the doors of the rooms which contain the sarcophagi from earlier in the chamber, but it's a bit larger, and it seems who or what might be buried in this room may be of more importance than the others.
Okay. Would I be. Is there a standard lock on the door? Like, just like you
There-
would use your regular key?
There is no lock on the door.
There is no lock on the door. Okay.
Yeah, no lock at all.
Is there any bar that I could put to secure it in place, or is it just a door that is on hinges?
Yes, it's just a door on hinges that essentially gives the appearance of making the room cut off from the rest of the crypt, but that's its only purpose. It's not to keep anything in or out.
Okay. Are there multiple hinges, or is it just like one long?
There are 3 hinges on the right side of the door, so closer
Okay,
to
how difficult would it
this
be
side.
to take the top 2 pins out of those hinges?
Well, all you'd really be successfully doing would be making the head rely on only one hinge, which could very well, to your knowledge, cause the door to just fall, or but it would not prevent opening or closing.
Just wanted to make it slightly more difficult.
So open the door.
Well, there is plenty of debris earlier
Okay,
in the chamber.
I hear Medicus from the end of the hallway that, if you know so much, wizard, why don't you open it?
I will.
Okay. Novus, you push past Doran and Rashidar. You see the door in front of you. Do you open it?
I open it.
All right. You open the door.
Guess we better catch up later.
You open the
Yes,
door to reveal a room. Approximately, let's see, it's 30 by 25 feet. Or actually 35 by 25 feet. In the room, you see a floor covered in human bones. 12 sarcophagi are all placed here. Most of them seemingly intact. And there's a skeleton directly in front of you currently
Huh.
on the ground.
I back away slowly, and I shut the door very slowly, and I turn around,
Okay.
and I face Rashider and tell him there's a lot of sarcophagi in there, and there's a lot of skeletons on the floor.
None of them jumped up.
No, none of them jumped up, and I didn't want to see if they would. So maybe we could save this room for later.
Hence my caution. We've already faced undead before. We don't know if the mere presence of living beings activates them or not.
Yes, but just me hearing hinges keep a door on a wall.
Yes.
If you remove the hinges, the door falls.
If you remove all of the hinges, the door is sure to fall. Yes.
Yeah. Leaving only one would make it extremely easy for the door to close.
Yes. It would also alert us if anything was coming out from the inside. Because a door hitting the floor is quite loud.
But I don't think skeletons or undead are very quick. Because remember what they did to the other door? They banged at it. Good.
No. That's because it was secured to the wall. They were still pushing on it.
Okay. You win. Let's move on.
Right. Footprints are coming out of the door directly in front of this hall. So, do we go in or no? This is I'm directing to the rest of the party.
Our job is to clear this place, so we need to investigate it.
All right. Check the door for traps.
Investigation check, please. No traps. However, this door's a bit different than the other room that you just checked. This door is more ornate. In fact, does seem to have mechanisms by which it could be locked and unlocked, giving you the indication that this room in front of you might be something different than these sarcophagi chambers that you've seen thus far.
Okay. But not trapped. Just the ability to lock. I mean, it's more ornate, I guess. Yeah. So,
Yes.
just don't know other option. Need to investigate. So I will slowly open the door to see if there's anything. I can see anything there. Having
Okay.
a dagger in my offhand as I'm opening the door.
Easy enough. You open the door and you look in, and what you see as you open it, the first thing that catches your eye is a large circle on the ground of this room. However, this room also appears to have been plagued by part of the collapse that this crypt seems to be having. you once again see the sets of small footprints starting at the edge of this circle and moving towards the door, out into the hallway.
Going
See it?
to
Yep.
crouch down, pull out my short sword in my other hand, and then start to quietly make my way into the room.
All right. Make a stealth check as you enter the room.
You are rolling hot tonight.
Well, I kind of need to be.
Yeah. Yeah, very
So if
nice.
I'm the
Okay,
scout.
so you move into the room to get a full picture of it.
I'm gonna go along the wall here.
Yeah. And so what you see as you enter the entirety of the room is you see one statue of Bane to right here, and then another statue that used to be there but seems to have been crushed by debris. You see
Statue's not accurate. Bane didn't have wings.
a small crack in the sunken depression of the floor that's been collapsed, and you see a pit.
Over in this area?
Yes, in the northwest corner of the
Okay.
room. You see a pit. You can't tell how deep it goes currently, but it's not very large. But there's definitely perhaps an exit or an entry point into the crypt in that area.
Okay, so
You'd have to get closer to investigate it further.
yeah, broken corner of the room, giant crack in the wall.
Right, and of course the biggest thing is you see this strange
This-
circle in the
Yeah,
middle of the
strange
room,
circle and the statue there.
and you're not immediately able to tell what this might be, but you could make an
I want to go
Arcana
get the
check.
wizard. Wizard.
Yeah.
Need
Yeah.
your magical know-how.
Okay. What's his?
I kind
I
of,
mean, is there...
as I'm calling him in, I look at Dorn and I wave forward.
All right, so is the rest of the party going to follow in?
Mhm.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Ears been way back in the back.
Hmm.
So we've got the
We've
magical
just been
circle here.
chatting, hanging out.
Looks like this far corner of the room could be a entry or exit point. Another exit or entry point.
I'm gonna start to examine the thing in the middle of the room.
Okay. By examine, be more specific.
Like, I'm gonna see if I know what it is. Like,
Are
that's
you just
what
going? So you're just going to look at it for now?
Does he? Yeah, he's just. I guess he's just trying to see if he recognizes any of the
I
symbols or
can tell it's back,
arcane.
so I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So, make an Arcana check.
that's,
I'm gonna go look over at this statue as well and see if I can kind of if there's any markings on the circle that are on the statue anywhere on the pedestal or actually on the statue itself.
Okay.
I forgot the space roll. 20 plus 5.
Oof. So that's a 25 Arcana. No. There you go.
Okay,
16.
16. So, you take a look, and as you take a closer look, you can see the faded images of magical sigils. This looks to be something like a summoning circle. You've heard rumors of different types of mages and wizards and warlocks using circles such as these in order to summon creatures from other realms or other planes of existence. The latent magic within one of these circles is usually very powerful.
Like that.
I turn to the party, and after I get done looking over it and stuff, I tell them that this appears to be a summoning circle. I've heard rumors that different groups of people have used them to summon creatures from other places, and there's a lot of latent magic inside of it, powerful magic.
Would defacing any of the runes actually keep it from being used?
Uh,
Tell you one thing, it doesn't raise my spirits.
would I know that, DM?
Yeah, so based upon that roll, the faded runes that you currently see are part of what gives the circle its power. And so complete disruption of the runes would remove the circle's ability to function as a summoning circle.
I look at Rashidar and I'm like, yes, by defacing the runes, it would sure. I'm assuming I would know that. Shit. Hold on.
You're a wizard. Talk with confidence. Magic is
Yes,
your thing.
I know. I. Yes, by defacing the runes on the summoning circle, it would make it inactive.
Okay. I sheath my short sword and my dagger, and I pull out my crowbar and a hammer. I'm not going to inadvertently activate this thing doing this, right?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm right next to one of the runes in our little picture right there. So I'm going to walk over to the edge of the actual circle that's around the rune, and I'll first take my crowbar, put the edge of it.
All right,
Right.
Everyone. So Cliff, so Dorian, you're looking over here at this this pit
I'm
right
gonna
now.
check out this.
Yeah, Rasher, you're over here. What are Cliff and Lear doing right now while Rasher's getting ready to do this?
Just
Look at-
chilling. I made my joke, and that was about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rasher, as you get closer to the circle, make a perception check as you move in.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing below a
All
20.
Yeah. So, sure enough, as you're moving in closer and you begin your attempt to disrupt the runes, you see something very strange and almost
Immediately stop.
right. You do stop. You can't help but stop as you see a liquid begin to bubble up, a black liquid, in fact, begin to bubble up from the cracks in the floor and on the around the circle.
I immediately jump this way.
Well, no, don't move. So your crowbar, this black liquid sort of sends a tendril out and actually connects to the crowbar and momentarily pulls it out of your hand as this mass of goop rises to the surface
No.
of the
Fuck.
summoning circle, seemingly having been disturbed in its quest perhaps to consume the latent magic of the circle. And now I need everyone to roll for initiative.
okay.
Oh, you ruined it.
Yeah,
Your hot streak.
I know. Oh,
He's surprised.
probably means I'm not going to be very good at combat this session.
I don't know.
All right, so Dorian with a 17, Lear with a big 5, Cliff with a 15,
Nice.
Rashider with a
How the
12.
hell is your initiative so high?
Because he
That's
gets to
because
add his
he's
intel.
he is a time wizard.
I'm
That's why.
Time wizard.
Oh, okay.
He knows the patterns.
Oh, but unfortunately, seemingly the almost half dormant state of the goop creature has made it roll a natural 1 on its initiative. And so, Novus,
Force.
as you see this all unfold in front of you, what do you do? There's this massive black
You are
goo.
right next to this thing.
Hmm.
What will you do?
Do you
Wizard?
waste turn? I mean, you could move one space over here, right? Because he'd still technically be in range of it,
Yeah.
Wait, move where?
right behind me, or right next to me, I should say, instead of
Right there?
diagonal from me. So you could get closer to being outside the room.
So moving here?
Towards the hall.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but not that far, not that far,
Oh.
because it'll probably get an attack of opportunity on you.
Right here?
Nope,
No.
nope, nope.
If you
Okay,
leave
next-
its range, it's going to attack
Okay.
him.
You could move like literally right next to me.
You're saying if you move this square, you
Oh,
don't.
right here.
It gets you closer to being away, unless you want to use your turn to use disengage, because then that safely lets you get away.
Well, he also has a spell called Misty Step, which is a bonus
That
action.
also burns
Oh,
a spell.
Misty Step is a
though.
bonus action? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Misty Step.
Okay, you can move up to 30 feet away.
So you could move into this hall. Get out of its range.
Yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step to here,
All right.
and then
So that's a second level spell slot.
yeah. So let me mark that down. That's my first second level spell slot.
You
And then-
used web earlier.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Why is it not marked then? Okay, so I'm at a second level spell slot.
All
And
right.
then I'm
You've
gonna
created some distance between yourself and the black pudding.
You can
The
still
black
do a cantrip, I think.
Yes.
I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
All right. Ray of Frost. Go for it.
Spank him. Smack him.
Come on, baby. Hey,
22.
another 22.
Oh, yeah. Nope. That hits.
Okay. What is Ray of Frost again? That's 1d8. Yeah.
It's 1d8, right? And it loses 10 feet of movement. That's
I
turn.
doubt it's gonna move very much anyway, though. But
It won't need to.
okay, 5. Yeah. I like
All right.
put out both my hands and
So
I'm like,
you
Frost
connect.
and-
You connect with your Ray of Frost. And it does seem to perhaps slow the creature down, but it seems unfazed by your attempt using cold damage against it.
I am such a weak little time wizard at the moment.
So it is slowed, but you can't tell if it took damage or not. Doesn't look like it though.
Mm. Good luck,
All right.
guys.
All right, Dorian, you're up.
Okay. Shift over here. Gonna take a swing. It's an 11 with a +1.
That hits.
Flank.
Okay.
Hey.
12 slashing
Ooh.
damage.
All right, so forgive me. This is going to take a second, but essentially, as you come down with your blade, slice through, the magical nature of your weapon does in fact seem to damage it. Your weapon is magical, yes?
Yeah.
Your packed weapon.
Yeah.
You do deal the 12 damage. However, what happens is the black pudding seems to split into 2 masses as you slice through its body. So, We'll represent that by doing this. So now these two smaller things stand in your path. So
Okay.
now you have two of them to deal with. Anything else?
Yeah. I'm going to use the rest of my movement, and I'm going to slide over here.
Real smooth. Real smooth.
All right, Cliff.
Sea dog gonna do.
Go up and try and smack it with my short sword.
Shoot, dude.
All right, roll to hit.
10.
That hits.
Five damage, unless it's
All right.
medium.
So
Would it be bludgeoning since I'm using strength? I don't know. No, I think it's just piercing.
right, it's still piercing. So you come in swinging with your short sword, and it begins slicing the black pudding in front of you in half again as another appears. And unfortunately, the ooze from the creature is immediately corrosive to your short sword, and it is now permanently damaged with a -1 penalty to damage rolls. Just from a gameplay standpoint, if it drops to -5 penalty, the weapon will be completely unusable and destroyed
So,
after 37.
it's my turn.
Rasher, you're up now. There's now 3 globules of this black pudding circling around the room.
Did we ever say if I never got the chance to investigate that statue? So slashing damage seems to not be doing us any good whatsoever.
Do you have any magic?
I'm a rogue. I'm not an arcane trickster. So I don't believe I do.
Because I have a feeling only magic will get us out of this.
I do have fire. It'll just take 2 turns to
Oh,
use it.
Dorn, be careful.
He's going to have some other issues if he hits me with fire again.
Oh, and I did make one little oopsie.
Oh,
Cliff, you took 4 acid damage when you made that melee attack, and Doran, you took 3.
why is the splash damage for Dorn?
It was probably good for when I hit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll
That was
try
okay.
and I'm a bonus action disengage into here.
Okay.
Take out that heavy crossbow and try to shoot that one in front of Dorian.
Oh no, it's probably going to split it.
Okay.
See
Roll to hit.
See what piercing damage does if I can hit. That's not bad.
All right. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
16.
Oh, very nice. You deal 16 damage, and you see as the bolt from the crossbow enters the black pudding and pierces a hole into it, and you can quickly see the ammunition be eaten up and corroded by the black pudding. But you do believe that it did damage.
And it didn't create another copy of itself.
It did not.
looks like range attacks and magic are.
I think it's more of the slashing attacks that are the problem, and I say as much. If
All
I
right.
can.
Yep. And you have time to make that little remark before Lear.
Mine was piercing, not slashing.
Avoids. Is it piercing? Yeah, it is piercing. The short sword. Never mind then.
Right.
Might just be a damage threshold.
It might just be melee attacks that
Oh,
cut it
no.
up.
Never mind. Then I don't say that because apparently the short sword's damage is piercing, even though it's a, a sword.
Yeah, you
And
stab
typically,
with
you
it.
make slashing attack. You make slashing attacks typically with short
Alright,
swords.
so my turn.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna move over this corner here. I'm gonna cast. Actually, no, not that corner. I'm wanting to cast Chill Touch, the one right in front of Doran.
All right.
Don't know if cold damage is actually going to do anything
It's
to it.
necrotic.
Right. It is necrotic
Oh, yeah,
damage
that's right.
and that
I forgot.
hits.
Never
Roll
mind.
for damage.
Okay. Big old 4.
Roll
Four
4.
damage.
All right.
And then
And
I didn't take my reaction on that. Could I take my reaction to use the
The spores.
spores? Or is that just a missed opportunity? I'm fine with either.
well, they are about to take their turn, so isn't that how you use the reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all about to take their turn at the same time.
Yeah.
Alright.
So as their turn begins, is that
Just
what
this one
activates you?
here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, a con save, right?
Yep.
6.
Fails. Yeah.
All right.
So it'll take big old 1 damage.
Ooh,
Everything
Seething.
counts, right?
it is
Yeah.
seething. All right. And we'll go from left to right here. So this first black pudding is going to sort of slither around to you, Cliff, and it's going to take one of its pseudopods and make a attack against you. And that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that is. All right, so let's see. Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. As always. All right, so you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage as the pseudopod hits into you, and then its goopy ooze sort of gets onto your clothing and burns through it into your skin, dealing an additional 10 acid damage to you.
So 15.
Yeah, so 15 damage total. And additionally, as the acid begins to burn into your armor takes a permanent -1 penalty to the AC it provides. So reduce your AC by 1. And you're wearing a chain shirt right now, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And how much AC does that provide? Is it 14?
I mean, I have 17 total, so.
No, how much does the armor provide? I can look it up. Chain shirt.
It's 13.
13? Okay. So that chain shirt is currently providing you 12 AC plus 2.
Okay.
All right. And then the other black pudding is going to again make an attack against you. And that one's going to be a 19 to hit. I don't know if you have shield or anything.
No.
Okay. So that one's going to hit too.
Yep.
And that's going to, wow. Okay, that's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage and 13 acid damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
You're down. Okay. And your armor takes another penalty. So now you're at 11 AC for that chain shirt as it's becoming very damaged now. And I will put you down. Yeah, that's what we'll call that. It's fine. And this black pudding is going to attack you, Dorian, with its pseudopod. And that's a 10 to hit, so I'm guessing that doesn't connect.
That misses.
Alright, and that is the black pudding's plural's turn. And Medicus, we're back to you. You've seen Cliff sort of get gangbanged by these
Yeah.
piles of black shit on the floor. And he's now lying on the ground. What do you do?
I honestly have no idea. I'm trying to think. All I can really do is cast Ray of Frost. Hello.
Okay, make your decision, yeah. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Alright, make your attack roll.
I'm gonna attack this one right beside him.
Okay. Okay, that hits, and I'll just go ahead and tell you don't bother rolling for damage because as you send the Ray of Frost at it, it's much more clear to you this time that it's having no effect on the creature whatsoever. However, the slowing effect does still occur
Hmm.
due to strange language in the book.
Completely fucking useless here then.
Alright, anything else?
No, I can't do anything.
Alright, Doran, you're up.
We're all gonna fucking die.
Ooh, I thought it was Lear that took the tinkle break, not Dorian.
Gonna shove a health pot down
Yeah,
Cliff's
I don't know
throat.
why.
Alright. I don't care which one of you rolls for the healing. It's up to you.
It was Lear that.
2d4 plus 4.
+2.
Yep. +2, yeah. Okay, not bad. So Cliff, you come back to consciousness with 8 health. However, you are still prone on the
Down.
ground. Alright, Dorian, that's your action. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Cliff, you're prone on the ground, but you are now conscious. Your corroded chain shirt laying you down, or weighing you down less and less as this fight goes on.
You might need.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, that uses
And
15 feet of movement to stand up.
just gonna die.
Well, you can action disengage and start moving.
Go where in 15 feet?
You got
I'm not gonna get hit
5,
again.
and then you can move here, and then back in this corner again. Because when you take the disengage action, it means things can't attack you that turn. Well, if you're as a reaction anyway.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You get up and you swiftly get yourself to safety. Unless you want to use your bonus action for anything.
I don't think I can.
Okay. Rashider, you're up. Everyone's seemingly safe for now.
Feeling we need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Shit's gonna follow us.
Well, not if we close the door.
It's ooze that'll go underneath the door.
Hell. So right now, it's our best chance currently, is to just kite this shit. I will fire another bolt at this one, at the first one I shot. This one.
All right, go for it. That hits.
Ooh.
Oh my. Okay. So yeah, so you fire a true shot crossbow bolt at one of the black puddings in front of Dorian. And as you do, you hit it in just the right spot, right in the middle, where the black pudding sort of collapses around itself and sinks down into the floor.
Hey. Nice. And that removes one threat. Was able to see if that bolt was destroyed when it hit the ooze, or is it just
It
kind of...
was.
Okay, so I'm down to 18.
But one of the globules down.
I will
2 to go.
bonus, 10, 20, or 10, 15. Move into this alcove, and then bonus action hide.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay. And Lear, you're up.
Alright. Well, hit chill touch on this guy here. Right there.
Okay. Roll to hit.
18.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
1.
One.
Holy shit.
Ah.
I
And I
was...
will take myself in 5, 15, 20,
25 up in the hall.
25.
No, you can do 25 in the
30.
corner there. No,
That's 30
20.
right there.
25,
I
30.
want to stay here. That's my move.
All right.
It's harder for everyone else to get out.
All right. Well, these mindless creatures are going to attack the thing closest to them. And that's going to be Dorian. So they're both going to strike out with their pseudopods. The first being a 14 to hit.
That misses.
The second being a 7 to hit.
Miss.
All right.
All right.
And that's
We
all
found
they
our
got.
thing.
So Novus, you're up.
You can give somebody the help action, so you're not... If you don't feel like you can do anything else.
How much? Well, I don't even know. I don't even think I have a health potion. I don't know what. Plev, how you feeling?
Honestly,
Your turn. What am I supposed to say?
He's on his feet.
No. Just
He's
trying to
on
see
his
how much
feet
you
and his
had,
armor.
how much health you had.
That's metagamey. Doesn't matter.
do you have to be within touching distance or within 5 feet to be able to give someone the help action?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Depends on how you're helping them.
Yeah, it depends on how you're helping, but generally, yeah.
Because
If you're
there's
gonna
a
help somebody with a melee attack, then yeah. you
there is
have
a
to-
rogue subclass that specifically gives them a ranged help action. So yeah.
Okay.
Who do I need to help in this situation?
It's up to you, man.
There's nothing really
Well,
you
I
can
don't
help
know
with.
who I need to
You're the
help
one
with.
making the decision.
Well, it's Dorian's turn next. He's in melee range of the two creatures.
I mean, you could technically move up to there, right at a diagonal from door, and then I guess give a help action and just let him know which
Or
creature.
you just keep hitting him with Ray and Frost and slowing one.
Or you don't have anything
Or
else.
two.
You don't have a
I
crossbow.
don't know. All I
You
know
don't
is
have any
right,
other
well,
damaging cantrip.
He's got that quarterstaff.
Oh, excuse me. Well, if he hits him with a quarterstaff, his quarterstaff gets close to being broken.
I mean, I could cast Mage Hand and do something. Maybe I don't know what it is, though.
Mage Hand can't lift anything heavier than 5 pounds, right? 5 or 10 pounds? Is it 10 pounds?
Like 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5 pounds. So, just keep that in mind.
I don't know. I think I'm just trying to move back 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. But there's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to run back here.
You
And my
can
turn.
still fire off the frostbolt?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. There we go. Had a fucking brain fart.
Oh, what's the range? 60.
Yeah, I will say that you've seen these things move a little bit, but they haven't been moving very quickly
Yeah.
or very far at one time.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. I do no damage, so I'm just
Well,
going to.
Let's see.
Well, a -10 to something's move speed that's already very slow is certainly not nothing.
If something
But
has a base move speed of 10 feet, it becomes 0.
I'll move back to where I was, and I'll shoot this one with Ray of Frost. So
well, I hate to be that guy, but you already moved, so you could shoot this one with Ray of Frost.
Yeah. I mean, that one shouldn't be slowed still anyway, right? Because it moved.
It is until the end of his next turn. So if he,
Okay.
So it's going to end after this turn. So
yeah,
Yeah. So it'd basically just be reapplying the slow to that creature.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
okay, roll a hit. That hits. So yeah, it'll remain slowed, but again, takes no damage. Dorian, you're up.
gonna bonus action Misty Step.
Here we go.
Okay.
You go full distance back?
Let's see. Yeah. And I'm going to. Which one was damaged? This one?
Yeah, that one has been damaged. Yeah.
Okay. Is it getting cover if I shoot at that one? I can see it pretty clearly with my line of sight.
Let me see your view. No, that one's not getting cover.
Okay, well then I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at that one.
All right, roll a hit.
10.
That hits.
5 force damage.
All right.
Horse.
You notice as a lot of the goop sort of splashes away from the creature.
Get out of there, Cliff.
And Cliff, you're up.
Bonus action, or not bonus action, just action dash and just run.
Nope. Taking a step forward and casting Thunder Wave at a second level.
Oh.
Thunder Wave at second level. Okay,
Yeah.
so they both need to make dex saves, right?
Con saves.
Con saves. Okay. Even
There you go.
better. So the one on the left, on your left, gets a 21 on the con save, and the one on the right gets an 8.
It fails. It gets moved 10 feet away from me.
Okay. And it takes full damage, and the other one takes.
Yes,
Ooh.
half.
Holy crap!
As I bang my fucking drum.
All right, and as you bang
Assholes.
the drum, the. How do you want to do it?
Oh, damn, you got them both.
I just wanted to, I don't know, like split them in half of the auditory, just
The
All right,
shockwave.
you have a
Force them to fly apart.
full on like like
I'm fucking
Cell
Lanky
Cell
Kong
being
fucking
destroyed by
smacking.
Gohan's Kamehameha, where the mitosis of the black pudding begins, but it's immediately destroyed over and over again until there's nothing left but little puddles of goop liquid going through the
And I
cracks
go,
in the floor.
Bit on.
And you slash
Get 'em.
spit upon them, and combat has ceased for the moment
Hey,
as the
I
black
killed
pudding.
them.
Killed them.
They're gone.
All right. That was annoying. Is my crowbar still there, or is that destroyed?
Half of your crowbar is still there.
Oh, fuck.
That was, what, 50 gold well spent, Cliff? As I look at his now holy shirt.
Yes, Cliff's chain shirt
is
is
giving me
very
one
worse for
AC.
wear.
I
Well,
mean,
one
I
plus
could,
two. One
I
plus
could
two.
give you this leather that I still have.
I mean, I'm still at 15 AC.
on it
To
or
meta
no?
game, it's not crazy bad.
Well, now I'm going to go back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted, and I was going to investigate
Well,
this
first,
rebel here.
what's Dorian's reaction as he walks back into the room he just ran away from to see Cliff standing, having slain the enemies in front of him, bravely?
My reaction is I had to waste a health pot to save him. So good that he actually killed them.
Right.
He weakened it like a jar. He's like, yeah,
As
I
I
loosened it
see,
for him.
Dorn, did you actually want to investigate?
Yeah, I wanted to check out, see if there's any
As
pathways in here.
as he's walking over, I'll follow him and I'll help him investigate.
I'm
All
feeling
right.
uneasy
You
in this
know-
room, so I'm gonna step out and sit down because I'm pretty spent.
All right, Doran. Yeah, make an investigation check with advantage since Rashider is helping you.
12.
Okay. So, as you walk closer, using your dark vision, you're able to see that the pit in question is about 15 feet deep and seems to lead even further down at an incline. And you get a weird feeling as you realize where this pit may actually lead. And you believe there's a good chance that, given its trajectory, it could very well end up in the Underdark. However, the pit itself could not be entered by most people. It would require a small amount.
Kind
Well,
of.
sure enough, yes, you can, Novus. But we'll
Yeah, I
go
was
with this.
trying to ask that, but no one heard me, so I figured if I typed it, then
Oh.
you'd read it.
You literally didn't hear you. Like
Yeah,
the-
we actually couldn't hear you.
Oh, it's okay. Like, I'm not upset about it or anything.
But yeah, Dorian, so you see this small crack in the 15-foot pit depression. That almost surely would lead to the Underdark. Perhaps that's where this creature came from.
I subconsciously reach over right above my heart and kind of scratch it there. And just back up without saying anything.
He
All
looks.
right, and Rashter, you see this, and you see the same exact things regarding the pit. However,
I don't
being
have the back.
less familiar with the Underdark, you actually don't, have that same thought. You're just
Yeah.
like, wow, this is a pit that goes pretty deep, looks like.
To see him react that way, I'm just like, what's wrong?
Realize I'm scratching at my chest. Nothing.
Well, obviously something has upset you. Something we should probably deal with if we can.
It's nothing to worry about. Nothing should be able to get through that hole. Besides whatever that thing is. Looking back at the pile of goop.
Yeah, and at this point, it has slowly seeped through the cracks in the floor, and wherever there's holes or
Did
depressions
it
in the
damage
floor.
the summoning circle? Because that definitely
Yeah.
got splattered.
It was
Yeah,
definitely
so
standing on it, too.
the summoning circle is quite in a state of disrepair, as Many of the sigils, while mostly intact, are very faded, and it appears that whatever that goop was feeding off of the latent magic of the circle.
Also,
But
if
the
it
runes
matters
are
to you,
still
DM,
attacked.
effect of my spell could be heard up to 300 feet.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know. I know.
But the runes are still intact.
Partially,
Well,
yeah.
They're
partially.
soundproof.
Some of them are. I'd say, or I'd think that maybe this one and the other two closer to the statue are, right?
I mean, just generally they're faded. But if you wanted to redraw them, it would be possible. You could outline them.
I definitely don't want to
You,
redraw.
neither of
some
you
of
have the
them.
knowledge about such things in order to determine whether it's in a usable state at this very moment or not.
Would I be able to?
You could take a closer look.
Yeah, I'll take a closer look.
Make an Arcana check.
Can't help on that one.
Let's hope I get a good rollie. Hey,
Ooh!
at
Oh,
20, baby.
At 20. In your own mind, you're going over the calculations in your mind, and you see that you could very easily
math equations
repair.
flying through.
You could very easily repair the circle and put it back in a usable state. Not that you would necessarily know the incantations required to use it, but in its current state, it does not appear to be operational. However, based upon um, subtle intricacies in the weave, the magical weave you can feel rather than see around the circle, you can tell that it has been successfully used perhaps a few days ago, as late as a few days ago, perhaps even earlier. But it's not currently in a usable state. You surmise that the black pudding creature that was feasting upon the latent magic of the circle
Sucking
may
the
have
magic,
rendered it this way.
but it could definitely be repaired, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you could repair the circle to go back to a usable state, but you wouldn't necessarily know the incantations required to perform whatever ritual.
Yeah, you could make it usable. You just don't know how to use it.
I let Doran and Rashidar know that it could definitely be repaired and used again, so I'm thinking to turn it to rubble, if possible.
Nervous. What type of magic is this? Do you know what school this originates from?
I must. DM?
Would be enchanting.
It would be conjuration.
Conjuration. Okay.
It's conjuration magic.
I didn't conjure one of these oozes. This black. Whatever these were.
Lear, you can make a nature check right now as you think about this fact in your mind.
Nope.
I've never seen this in my
No,
life.
you've never seen a creature like this.
Mm-mm.
Doran, on the other hand,
Yeah. He
would
just
not have
isn't
to
saying anything.
make a nature check to know that this creature is native to the Underdark.
He's not saying anything yet.
Nope.
But Doran knows what this creature is, or at least of it. But you do not. And Novus, no, would be the answer to that question based upon your Arcana check. You would know that this circle is more than likely designed to summon things from an entirely different plane of existence, not the material plane. And
Yes,
that creature
Lear,
being native to the material plane more than likely would indicate that it was not summoned via the circle.
Don't like leaving this circle here if it can be fixed. It makes my teeth itch.
These summoning circles are typically used to summon creatures from other dimensions from our own, and that black ooze on being from this realm, it, it is most likely not from the portal.
We should expect something more dangerous.
That is why
Well,
I advise we
You
turn
all
it
at this
away.
point see the footprints leading from the circle out the door and down the hallway to the west. To the east, rather.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So again, those
Going
footprints
this
leading
way,
from
or
the
Yes.
circle going this way.
They headed back in the direction we came from.
Hmm.
From this
Are they the
circle.
same smaller footprints that I saw earlier, or?
Yes, they're the same ones you saw earlier.
Hmm.
From what
And they're leading directly from the circle.
Okay.
this
Probably
is
not
the circle has
goblins.
been used a few days ago, from what I can detect, and there's most likely something in here in this tube from this portal. And we should advise, be very cautious as we move forward.
I don't know what it is, but I don't feel that it's goblins anymore.
Clearly.
Do you guys have the ability to turn this summoning circle to rubble?
I could use my broken crowbar, possibly, to try and.
So the state of the circle is already doing you a lot of favors. So you could almost do some of the work with your bare hands. You
With
could
the
remove
what?
some of the you could remove some of the stones. You could
Oh,
smear the
so
runes.
I
You
could
could.
pull one of the stones out of the ground.
Uh, some of them are loose. Yes.
I pull one of them
We all
into
need to band
alignment.
together to destroy this summoning circle. I
Actually, you know
start.
what? I
All right. So
how big is this? How big is the stone that I pull out of the summoning circle?
not very big, but
Could I drop it down the crack over here?
yeah, you could.
I'm gonna start pulling as many of
I have
those
a
things out
question
as I
for you.
can and start dropping them down there.
All right, and as you do, you simultaneously break the summoning circle while plugging up the hole a bit more, making it more and more difficult for something to come in or out.
Do some of the pieces fall all the way through, or
Yeah, some of them you hear fall for a brief moment before hitting the ground.
okay?
So how's everyone looking?
I have a question. Would I be able to know if the summoning circle was already, like, was it made here, or was it like already here? I don't know if that's a dumb question or not.
Are you asking how
No.
old it is?
It
He's
has
asking if
been.
it was originally part of the temple or if this is new.
Yeah.
There's no.
It
You know,
looks
it was
like it's been
used.
here a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, it was used a few days ago.
The problem with trying to figure that out is that the circle itself is in great disrepair, both from the
Yeah.
half collapsing of the room
And
and the creature
pudding.
that was, simultaneously destroying it
The pudding.
slowly bit by bit. But it does look very old.
All right. Hey, can I look around for anything that might be able to lock that door?
The door locks.
Yeah.
It
Does
locks from the
require a key?
it locks from the inside.
Can I unlock it from the inside?
Yes, it locks and unlocks from the inside of the room.
All right. What time of day is it, Time Wizard?
What'd you
We
say?
didn't get the item. We don't.
Yeah.
He didn't get the item, he doesn't know.
From his internal clock of his mage armor, how much time has he got left?
He doesn't know exactly. You guys have been in here for a few hours at this point.
I would say he would know when his spell's about to pop.
Yeah, I feel like I would know too.
You still got a little while left on your mage armor.
Yeah. Metagaming, I have 1 spell slot left.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And
do
8
we-
health.
do we try and secure the room for as long as we can
Well,
and
I
try to
mean,
rest?
we can try. If we don't try, Spencer is certainly dead in this.
Yeah.
He's already useless.
It also
Practically
gives our
exhausted.
wizard back his magic slots that he's already used, and his.
Maybe before
And
we
mine.
decide to take a nap in this room, one of us could go investigate that statue.
I am literally okay.
What?
I'm sure you all have noticed that I don't exactly have a normal sleeping schedule.
Oh,
I'm
I have noticed.
snoozing just outside the
Just-
room.
Just feel like I should probably let you know that I literally do not sleep.
Regardless, I feel like we should investigate that statue. Of
I will investigate the statue.
okay.
Okay,
You want me to go ahead and roll for it?
go ahead.
Not good.
Yeah, you take a look around. It seems like a normal statue
Okay, I'm
depicting the
gonna.
god Bane.
Let's just see. It's fine. It's just a piece of stonework.
I mean, they did say there were temple guardians in this place, so I was just hoping. I was just wondering, maybe while we're sleeping, or while you're awake watching us sleep. That
I'm
it,
not going to be watching you all sleep. I'm going to be watching the exit of the room and that statue if it makes you more comfortable.
I know. I was just trying to be funny.
And by the way, mending basically allows you to
Did I mend Cliff?
repair. So it takes a minute to cast, and you
And
repair
take-
a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of broken key, etc. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. So there are obviously several holes, so I'd say that it would take you at least 10 to 15 minutes to fully repair his chain shirt. So you're going to need some downtime to continually cast the spell in order to do so.
Yeah, right.
Cliff, get in here.
We can continue to have people start their rest while he's mending that armor.
Right, and as a DM, I don't want to metagame too much either, but there was earlier a supposed exit to the crypt, so that might also be an option if you guys are looking to try to attempt a long rest.
Well, that was the same way the bugbears went. And we
So-
don't know where that exit leads.
But there's that other room there that has the locked door, too.
That's true. Well, yeah. 'cause
Which
they
door
didn't
looks
break down the
sturdier,
door.
DM? This door or that door back there?
Based on my inspection of this door, and
Yeah, this door was obviously meant to either keep something in, keep something secret, or
Keep something out.
keep others out. So this door is probably the sturdiest door out of all that you've seen thus far in the crypt.
only problem being that crack in the floor over there, which I
That-
partially plugged.
And that before you even plugged it, partially, nothing normal sized.
Could get through it.
Hmm. And if they attempted to, we
Yeah, you would have
definitely-
to be you'd have to be small or smaller. Either have to be tiny or small.
Can I use a charge of my oil to go ahead and dump it along the edge and have it drain down in?
Into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use a
Or if I have
flask
to
of
use
oil
the
for that.
remainder of it.
Yeah, you'd either have to use the whole flask or if you want it to have some kind of effect.
I'll use the whole flask then.
Okay, so you're gonna pour a flask of oil down the chute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have some of it be up on the lips so I don't have to throw it down in the hole to get it to light.
Okay.
That should be a somewhat more of a deterrent.
So we're
If
gonna
anything,
try to take a long rest in this room. I mean, we have to try and take a long rest regardless. The casters are useless. Cliff
Yes.
is almost dead.
I agree. I think this room will give us the
It's
best
time to get
option.
my weapons and armor fixed by
So-
the mage.
So, Cliff, get your fat ass in here and close the door.
So I can start healing your armor, buddy.
I roll in, take my
I only
armor
need
on, sword off.
4 hours to 4 hours being in a motionless state to get a rest, a full rest.
Can
So
I
I can-
also repair his short sword, or is that not possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally
That'd
what
be
mending's for.
About a
20
half hour total will fully repair his short sword and his chain shirt.
Okay.
I'll get the if he moves in the room.
So I guess he could take a partial first watch.
Take all my shit off and. Like,
I start doing my thing on it.
Okay. Yeah. Takes you a little while, but sure enough, you eventually. By the way, I will close this door for you guys.
Yeah, we can't.
Good as new, Cliff.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, I'm up in this corner watching this direction into the room.
Okay, well, while you're sleeping, after I get done repairing your stuff, I lay it beside.
All right. If Doran is going to be sleeping, you cannot maintain concentration on your dancing lights, so it will be pitch black dark in this room. If that is the case.
I will.
I will stay up long enough for him to finish his work on Cliff's shit.
This needs to be.
Yeah,
Hey, I
yeah.
have 2 oil flasks, so I get rid of one of them. Aha.
But what are you going to do about light after you decide to go to sleep? What are you guys gonna do?
I've got a hooded lantern that I will light.
Okay.
Set up.
And how the watch is going.
Well, I can be up all 8 hours. Technically, I just can't move for 4 of them to get a rest.
So there's technically 2 people watching at a time.
Yes.
Right,
The
and-
wizard, the full caster should try to get the rest as soon as possible.
Okay, a hooded lantern.
As
So,
soon as I'm done.
Is that the same as a torch?
the hooded lantern casts light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an
Oh.
additional 30 feet.
Oh,
It
30
burns
and
for
30.
6 hours on 1 flask of oil, which I'm assuming it started with, so I can
Yeah,
put
that's
the
fine.
other flask in when it gets low.
It only really needs to be used when the humans are taking a watch anyway.
This is true, so yeah.
Alright, but just so you guys are aware, the Dad Bard and the Time Wizard are no longer emitting the low light from the dancing lights, but Rasher is emitting 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of
Dim light.
dim light from his hooded lantern.
Which,
Alright.
by the way, do either of you actually want to have this? It's not a necessity for me to have it.
What is it?
Yeah, one of the humans should have the lantern.
The hooded lantern that neither of you thought to brought a torch with you.
I'll take it.
All right. After we're done resting for tonight, you may have my hooded lantern.
Alright, and Novus, you spend about 30 minutes mending the armor of Cliff, as well as his short sword. And sure enough, it takes you a while, but eventually you're able to channel enough magical energy into the spell to fix both objects. So Cliff, you can recorrect your chain shirt to be 13 plus 2, and then your short sword doesn't have a penalty on damage.
And then when he's done mending, I wait for him to lay down. I immediately put out the hooded lantern.
So we're doing a long rest, right?
We're going to attempt to do a long rest. I'm assuming that
Wait.
me and Doran are going to be the first 2
Yeah,
on watch.
We'll take the first watch. Who's going to relieve me?
Oh, you guys are going to do double watches?
Well, he's
Well,
technically
I'm
awake all the
technically
time.
awake 8
He just can't
hours.
move. So it's kind of a
For
double.
4.
No, I realize, but so in addition to Rasher, one other
Yeah.
person is going to be also up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Conscious. Okay.
I need to get my full rest.
You need full 8 hours of rest, so you're going to bed immediately.
As soon as I get done repairing, I lay down and I'm like, "Good night, y'all."
All
Hopefully
right.
we don't-
You lay down on the cold stone floor, and it's awful. It's terrible. It's a terrible place to rest, but
Well,
you'll have to make do.
Did you bring out your bedroll I'm assuming you have one.
I bet he
I mean-
doesn't.
Let me see. I have a little bag of sand,
Yeah, that doesn't
That's-
really help.
Jesus Christ,
and
the
I can use
humans.
one. I have a sheet of parchment that I can use as a blanket.
I don't even need a bedroll, so because I don't sleep.
Right.
I don't know why I don't have all this basic shit.
If you didn't take an adventure or dungeons pack, probably.
Well, you know, it's almost like somebody gave everybody 100 gold pieces to get prepared. But it is what it is. So yeah, you
Oh,
lie
well.
down on the cold, dank floor of this
Yep.
nasty crypt. Spiders and shit, crawling around and stuff. It's really gross. But so Dorian is taking the first watch with Rashider.
I am not going to be moving for as long as I can, so I'm just my eyes are just locked in a position looking this way.
Okay.
Are we going ahead and taking the long rest?
Well, not yet. We gotta
Not-
get through
not
both
yet.
watches.
All right. So Dorian and Rashider make perception checks as you take the first watch.
Oh no!
19.
E.
God, they're
18.
both.
Okay.
Oh, can I retroactively have my heavy crossbow laying out next to me, so I can just grab it and shoot if I need to?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that didn't take long. Okay. So you got you both got 18s and 19s.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, as you both sit there, waiting, looking around, what you notice out of the corner of your eyes is the darting of patches of darkness in the chamber, moving around quickly, very
And
quickly.
I will, since I had the hooded lantern next to me as well, just go ahead and turn and light that and see.
And when you do, the darkness does not disappear, and large blotches of darkness become clear against the bright light as two shadowy figures appear
I
in
shout
front of your
and
eyes.
I attempt to shoot one, I guess.
Well, first you all are going to have to. Well, the two people who are awake will need to roll for initiative.
14.
I go to 4.
Oh my lord, we're dead.
2 plus 4.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Chamber is this? Okay. All right.
We about to get our souls sucked out of our faces.
All right. So 14 and 6. All right. That's going to be a. It's going to be an 18 out of the first one. And then a 9 out of the second one. So it's going to go.
I'm an idiot.
And then Rasher after.
I will be going last.
Yep. With a 6.
I should have fucking done alarm before I went to sleep. Completely forgot I had it.
All right. And so the other 3 of you are currently asleep, none the wiser to what's going on at the moment. And the first shadow is going to dart
Heavy
over
sleepers.
to the sleeping Lear and is going to make a.
Give him the suck.
It's He's going to make a attack against him with advantage.
I don't
15,
like
15 to
those
hit.
tokens. Those tokens freak me out.
I believe that
15 to
misses
hit,
him.
Lear.
I think that misses him.
That misses.
Okay. So the shadowy figure comes forward, and unbeknownst to you, Lear, you roll over right at the exact correct moment, and the shadow sort of lunges out at you, missing, still unbeknown to you.
The other one's going to come after.
And then
It's Doran's turn.
Dorian, you're up.
Okay, what is it going to take for me to wake these
Just-
people up?
Yell loudly.
You can use your action to yell out loudly. You can use your action to shake one of them awake. You can do a lot of things. It's up to you.
You can't just shout.
Yeah, he can use his action to shout.
Would an Eldritch Blast wake us up?
No, I could wake you up that way if you want.
No, I meant like you see
Ow!
a shadow figure. Would it wake us up?
Probably not. Alright, I'm going to use, as a salty rogue once said, my whole action to shout.
Okay. What are you going to shout?
I want to say, wake up, you lazy fucks, or you're dead.
All right, all of you hear and are roused from your sleeping by Dorian, who is now yelled out to you. And Lear, as you open your eyes, you see a shadowy figure lunged over you. It's very spooky.
Okay, let's see.
Now all of you are prone
Wake prone.
currently, but you now need to roll for initiative.
Use my movement and go
Oh.
here. Actually, here. Well, that's fitting.
Okay.
Natural
Cliff
one, because he was asleep.
Yeah,
Cliff
natural one.
needs to roll, and
You
All right.
what the
Yes,
fuck? I got a 10.
he goes before me.
10. Yeah. And in fact,
I think he goes next.
he goes before. Yeah, he goes next.
Hmm.
So we got big old
What's the
Novus.
Cliff get?
What cliff roll?
A 5.
Oh.
He goes after me.
Cliff with a big 5. Surprised. Surprise! Yeah, the spookiness of the shadowy figure hanging
Yeah,
over
the
you, Lear,
Novus
just really
is a light sleeper.
has made you a little bit goofed. Okay, Novus, you're up, and you're currently prone on your back.
I stand up.
15
Okay.
feet.
All right, you use 15 feet of movement to get on your feet.
You need to get away.
Well, I'm assuming if I move, it's going to have attack of opportunity.
You still have disengage.
You don't know if it will, but generally that is the case.
Who's your DM?
I know that was
That's
a dumb
supposed to mean.
It means that every single
If
time
I was
we
walking
fought,
past the
Bernadette
fucking
has
head,
had
it would
attack
attack me. How much does it take to Is it a bonus action?
It's
to
your
dis-
action.
your action,
Oh,
but
well,
it gets you out of immediate danger.
Or
Okay.
you attack with disadvantage. It's your choice.
Yeah, or you attack with disadvantage because you're currently threatened.
yeah, I'm a disengage, and
You
I
got
can move 15 feet still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
15 feet.
So you
I'm
can
gonna
move
back.
right. Yep, right there.
All right. Now that
You're not in my
your
turn.
now that your resident wizard has taken 45 seconds to stand up and run away, the other
Hey!
shadowy figure
Stop it.
is going to creep into the room and is going to make an attack against you, Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
I have a toothy maul, DM.
You guys can see.
God damn it. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and now we're to Rashider.
All right, I'm going to try and shoot the one that's standing above Lear.
Okay,
Reach over, grab my heavy crossbow, and
roll to hit.
maybe, possibly.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Is it considered engaged with Lear?
Try to attack me.
Because it did try to
I'm-
attack.
I'm gonna say.
I mean, how
Well,
else would you
it's
explain
not.
engaged when it's attacking me?
That's so we always use this engaged term, but the engaged term doesn't really exist. With the way sneak attack works,
It says
if you
5
have
feet.
an ally within 5 feet of the creature you're attacking, then you get your sneak attack. So I'm not going to say that Lear is engaged with the shadow, but
It is. It
you
is
get your
focused
sneak
on
attack.
Lear.
Though. But you do get your sneak attack.
Ooh. Shitty sneak attack die, but
It doesn't
maximum
matter when
on the
your
regular.
your weapon damage keeps doing more than your sneak attack.
Thump.
Okay, so I guess I roll back to this question of whether. So you're obviously not using magical ammunition.
We
but
looked this up before. The weapon makes the ammunition magical, and if you put magical ammunition on top of it,
Yeah, they
that's
stack. They stack. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So you actually, you see your crossbow bolt sort of go into this creature, and given the way it looks from this distance, you would think that this thing is just pure shadow, but apparently it has some meat to it or something, and you can actually see its form begin to be torn apart by the crossbow bolt as it dies.
Holy shit! All right, I'm gonna move.
You rolled very
5.
good on that piercing damage.
Yeah, I know. Gonna 5. Gonna jump over cliff.
Rolled the full 10. Yeah.
Go into this corner here
All right.
for 30 feet of movement.
Okay. And Cliff, you are up. You are awake, but on the ground.
Stand up.
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is stand up.
All right. You stand up. You have 15 feet of movement left, and you see a shadowy figure in front of Dorian. You see two shadowy figures, but you only recognize one of them.
Can I just retroactively, when that thing got shot and just immediately died from the crossbow, kind of hold it in front of me like, "Whoa, this is a great find."
been the MVP.
By the way, its billowy, shadowy form kind of floats down onto Lear, and you feel it, Lear, for a few moments, but it eventually evaporates into the air.
What will Bliff do?
Hold on, I gotta turn myself right side up. So I'll just fucking hit it with my newly fixed short sword
All right.
and armor.
Roll to hit. That misses as it narrowly and swiftly dodges out of the way of your blade,
Oh, my friend.
almost conforming its body around the attack.
As he misses, I think to myself, I really need to teach him how to use that thing.
All right. Anything else before Lear's turn?
I mean, do you have short sword proficiency?
I have
Yeah.
martial proficiency. I can use any weapon I want.
Oh, okay. Because I actually have short sword proficiency as well. It specifically says short sword.
Yeah, mine does too.
Anything else?
But we're also role playing your character as being a freshly minted adventurer.
He's a country bumpkin.
Yep.
And I'm assuming we didn't get the long rest.
No. This
Yeah,
was the very
so
first.
That's all
like,
I got.
Yeah, that was the very first shift.
Yeah. You're still injured.
That's all I got.
Come on, Druid.
All right, Lear.
Gotta stand up.
That's what I said. Get up.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
And I'll come over here and bonus action cast Flame Blade.
All right.
Flame blade.
Second level, and swing at the shadowy creature.
Okay. Roll to hit. That does in
17.
fact hit. Roll for damage.
Come on, flame blade.
15.
Ooh.
15.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. You slash at the creature, and that's fire damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, fire damage. So, you slash at the creature, and it does appear to be effective, but perhaps not as effective as you were hoping for.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This will be my turn.
All right.
Now it's. Was that the
Okay,
first
back
one?
to
No.
Dorian. Top of the round, Dorian.
I killed the one that had the highest initiative.
Good for you, MVP. I'm gonna swing at it.
All right, go for it.
22.
Oh.
12 damage.
Oh yeah, how do you want to do it?
Nice. Bisected it straight down the middle.
Yeah. As Cliff goes in for the stab and whiffs, and as Lear comes down and starts catching it on fire, I take my sword and cut down from the bottom, catching Cliff's miss stab, pushing his arm up straight through its head.
Hey.
Yep, and the creature recoils in pain? Question mark. As it sort of evaporates into the air.
Gives an ethereal howl as it fades away.
All right, and it seems you're safe again for now.
All right, I'm gonna go and inspect the crack and see if I hear anything.
Okay, make a perception check.
Then I go back to sleep assuming it was a dream.
18.
You listen down and you hear nothing. You don't believe that those creatures came from that hole.
All right. Then I'll go over and I'll pick up the hooded lantern and put away my heavy crossbow on my back.
I thought you used the hooded lantern to notice.
Not
I
yet.
said after we finish the rest, but we haven't finished the rest yet.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb. Sorry.
So
I'm gonna go back in my
was-
corner and still stare at that fucking hole.
we want to attempt to stay in here or go to the other room.
I'm not sure.
I'd say we go.
Oh, Cliff is already asleep.
Yeah.
On the floor again.
So
Cliff
I-
is just laid down on top of the circle.
So casters go back to sleep. I guess we're gonna try this again.
Yeah. I'll de-summon my Flame Blade. Try to get back to sleep.
I will move against this wall right next to Cliff.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep in my bedroll.
And Doran, are you not going to try to long rest as well?
All right, never mind. Cliff moved. I'll move back over here.
That's where I was at, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're
Away
doing.
from the hole.
Everyone's against this wall. I'm looking this way again.
I'm gonna take another shift.
Before we try to fall asleep again, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna press
cast
the alarm? Make it the perimeter of the room. So
Yeah.
as soon as something enters.
Mhm.
All right.
Wait, how big is the area? Does it
It's
say?
a 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube? Okay, so 15. Okay, it can cover there and the entire thing. Except out here.
How does that work? Is that only on you? It wakes up.
Yeah, it will wake him up.
It's in its head.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it's in
Well,
the alarm.
actually, you can choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. So you could have it try to wake
You can make
everybody
it
up.
audible.
I'm gonna
do
have
that.
it try to wake everybody up.
Yeah,
Alright.
there you go.
Okay.
An audible alarm produces the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
Ooh. Okay, maybe
In that case, then, yeah, I won't take another shift if he's gonna use that.
All
I'm gonna
right,
be
so
awake regardless,
everyone is going to attempt to rest. All right.
yeah. But I'm gonna be watching because I don't actually
Right,
sleep.
right.
Just
So make
motionless.
a perception check while you're sitting there.
Nat 20.
Okay. All right. The hours pass away. And you hear the occasional strange noise, but it appears distant. You don't see anything for the rest of the hours in this chamber in particular where you're residing. And eventually, enough time passes to where, while not the greatest sleep you've ever gotten, each of you do feel rested.
Nice.
Nice.
Once I get my 4 hours, then I stand up and I move against this wall over here.
All right. And Cliff, you have cleared your 1 death save. So you're now back to 0 death saves, failed death saves.
So long rest completed.
That means I'm safe. I will never die.
You'll never go down again.
I think.
All right, and you guys
are you
can
just trying to
can
tempt
give your
fate?
characters the Jenkins.
just-
I don't think it
wanna play
matters.
some
That
bad.
last one was pretty rough.
You can have the least comfortable long rest you've ever had in your lives.
They can speak
least
for
you all-
themselves.
I was about to
Doesn't-
say, at least you all can still sleep.
Doesn't matter. Had rest.
Doesn't matter, had rest.
Cliff is just excited to be like, yes!
All right.
I made it through the first day in a dangerous environment.
That one
I
should go in
just had
the. That one should go,
rest.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
that one should go in the compilation.
So good. Felt
Dad,
so good.
Imagine how many new songs you're gonna have by the end of our journeys.
Right, so I need to change this back to 24.
All right. And
Oh, as soon as I wake up, I recast Major Armor on me.
good.
There you go. All right, so
All right.
and
That's
then
1 first level spell slot.
had the lantern turned off as soon as they all went to sleep. So
All right, and it you used an entire lantern's worth of oil over the course of that rest, so it is now out of oil.
and I walk over and I poke Medicus in the forehead, say, "Hold out your hands,"
Okay,
and I put the hooded lantern in his hands because
thank
he
you.
can't see right now.
Yeah, it's still dim. You didn't like put it out, but it's just about out of oil.
You'll need to buy some oil for that.
So Dorian, are you gonna reactivate your dancing lights, or how are you guys gonna handle lighting right now?
The lights are back on under the useless humans.
All right,
Thank
20
you.
feet
I've
of
removed the hooded lantern from my inventory. Hopefully, the Medicus has added it to his.
Probably not.
And, I have.
Okay. Just making sure. Just make sure you remember to use it.
Okay. Those guys are emitting light.
We emit
And
sunlight.
Anybody need a quick break?
Yeah,
I need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to take a quick break, and afterwards, the party will continue their quest. It only took them 2 hours to get through a single room, so this is going swell.
With 2 combat encounters in it. So.
Sounds like us.
That does sound like us.
Before we go, though, are there any inspiring words Cliff would like to say to us before? Now that he's well rested.
Probably maybe do it after the break.
No,
Yeah,
I want
I
to hear
say
it.
we do.
I want
I
to
say
hear
we
it
do
right
it.
now.
I say we do it after the break.
How
I don't
many
want to give him
doors
time.
do
I don't want to give him time to
doors-
think. I want him to do it right here on the spot.
No, he needs some time to think.
I still not gonna be good.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, I will be right back,
I will too.
and we'll continue after that. All right, and then Cody, what's your time that you need to stop playing?
About 11, honestly, so I can get to bed.
Okay.
Oh,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well, let's-
say I'm gonna go ahead and open up the door and start sneakily going up towards the north.
All right. So, you open the door back up, and
So
you
I
guys
know
can
that, are these
begin
hallways
moving
lit?
through the hallways.
I can see
What's that?
down.
Are the hallways lit?
I can see down them.
Well, we have dark vision.
Well,
Mhm.
no, they are not lit.
Okay.
They
So
are dark.
I guess I can try to be more sneaky than usual instead of just trying to be quiet and try and like stay next to the walls. And
Right.
And we're skipping this room.
we've already looked in it. There was just coffins and skeletons. No reason to engage something possibly if we don't need to, right?
Our job is to clear out the thing.
All right. They're not active. We didn't know that there was anything living in there.
Okay.
All right, and so you're gonna move
North.
up the
And
northern
do I
hallway.
need stealth?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Rolling hot on the stealth checks.
Well, some of
All
them.
right.
Most of
All
them.
right. So you move up to the hallway.
And can I also be checking for traps as well? Moving.
Yeah, make a general sort of perception check as you.
Perception. Okay. Oh.
Okay. No, you don't see anything particular strange about the hallway. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing as you move slowly forward that would tip you off to any sort of traps. So as you move up the hallway immediately makes a turn to the west. You
So
enter a new
the
area
same
of the
direction the
crypt.
opening for that well the crack where was that
Yeah,
side
so
of the
if you slide the
Where-
map down to the southeast, you will
Got it.
find your characters.
and seeing a door going
Yep,
to
and what you see as you round the curve is you see a door to your right and several feet of hallway in front of you.
I can't see anything.
all right, I want to investigate
Go all the way down.
Yeah, you got to go to the bottom right of the map. That's where
No,
we're
I'm at the bottom right. Everything's just black. Maybe I need to refresh.
well do you have to re-input their having light or emitting light?
Oh, you're probably right here. Yeah, these are different tokens. Good call.
Because I had to input my totals again.
Right. Go.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cliff as well. 20
Okay.
feet of low light. All right.
Right.
Is door. It is door.
I'm gonna check the door like I normally do.
Okay.
So that-
Check the door. And this door is very similar to that of the door to the previous room next to the summoning chamber.
Okay. So I didn't need to roll for it.
No, just on 3 hinges.
Okay.
No locking mechanisms that can be seen.
I'll push it open slowly.
Push the door open slowly, revealing a room containing several sarcophagi
And coffins.
and large coffins,
Large coffins.
made of stone.
Wait. Aren't those just sarcophagi?
Yeah, so you see the wooden sarcophagi lining the walls, as well as 2 large stone sarcophagi on the eastern and western sides of the room. You also immediately notice a large collapse in the northeastern corner of the room
Okay.
that has light, and you see that several sarcophagi have tumbled down the slope of the sunken section of the floor, spilling their contents into the
Darkness.
Yes.
Because I can't see actually out there. Alright. Nothing's moving, so empty room full of coffins and sarcophagus again. And I will close the door as I exit.
Okay, so you close the door.
Second
All right.
burst is the first. Walking down
All
the
right.
hallway.
Move forward. I'll just let you use that stealth check from before.
Alright. Do I need to make another perception check for traps and whatnot?
No, I'll just say that as you move slowly through the room, you're subconsciously checking for anything peculiar, might
Okay.
indicate a trap. As you move closer or farther west down the hall, you notice a significant amount of rubble towards the end of this hallway.
Okay. We haven't looped around back towards the other direction yet, so this is a new blockage.
And there's another door to your right, to the north.
Does it look like the other door down the hallway?
It does.
Okay. I will open it slowly. Just to check to see if there's anything in there.
All right, you take a look, and it appears to be a room of almost the exact same setup as the previous room, except the collapse
It's on the west.
in this room is actually in the southwest corner.
Alright. Say, move over the door in because he's not next to me now. It's another empty room with collapsed wall immediately as you enter on the left.
Are you going to close this door?
Yeah, I'll walk back up and close it.
All right,
Is
you do
this-
so easily enough.
Is this just completely covered in rubble, or is it partially?
No, so you can tell that on the other side of this rubble, there's definitely a room, but you'd either have to climb very high and sort of like whittle your way through the rubble to get into the room, or you'd have to clear the rubble out.
There's nowhere to move that rubble, so we'd have to just line it up along this wall, basically.
There's
Oh.
actually a large collapse in the wall to the south side chamber here. Oh, shoot. Here.
Oh,
So you could actually toss a lot of rubble down into there.
We want to take the time to do that or double back.
It would take some time.
And if we start clearing the room, we probably want to set up a sentry just in case.
It's up to you guys.
And I move back to say this, I guess.
You want to clear this rubble or go back?
I mean, we do have to clear the area.
Yes.
I mean, technically, if we wanted to go back there, we would, but we could just leave the way the bugbears did.
If we were just gonna leave, why haven't we just left then?
It's just an option.
We've done this much. I would like to get paid for
Are
it.
you going to get paid? I thought the agreement was he would just allow us to sell in that town.
He said we
He
would
offered
be
you a reward.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if one or more of you wish to watch down the hall while I and maybe someone else attempt to clear the rubble.
Watch. For to keep watch.
I think maybe Big Boy Cliff with his magic gloves should help.
One of the lowest strength members of our party.
I will watch the hallway.
Yeah, same.
All right,
Help.
Cliff, are you gonna help clear the rubble with your
Come here,
My
Cliff.
John-
You
big
got
ass
your-
gloves.
with your ogre
My-
strength?
My bags. My big ass gloves.
Use that
Your-
dad strength.
You ever make a perception check?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Or-
Cliff's got to move over here next to me.
Get your ass over there, Cliff. Start clearing.
22.
There you go.
All right.
So
So you
what do we
begin.
roll
Begin-
for rubble removal.
No, it's easy enough for you to begin clearing a lot of the rubble.
I'm picking up Rocks like the size of a bowling ball. Cliff is lifting up fucking rocks that are half the size of me and chucking them.
Yeah, very easily with his 19 strength that he currently has. So you do so, and eventually you clear the path. You clear a path through the rubble into the room in front of you. You immediately see a large, empty room, much larger than most of the rooms you've seen thus far. However, the state of this room is very, very collapsed. This chamber,
Both this
at
side
one
and
at one time, would have held roughly 30 coffins or more, based upon the other rooms you've seen. But most of them are buried under the collapsed north and south ends of the room, and all the lids of said coffins have been pulled off, and the bones are broken and scattered around the room.
The bones.
so there are no coffins laying around anywhere. They've been buried and or fallen in the pits.
There are coffins scattered around the room.
Okay.
They're just not visible on the map here.
Yeah.
But
Could I make
you
a
can,
general roll to try and inspect to see if there's anything laying among the rubble?
who is entering the room with him?
I'm going to be trying to go through this stuff as quietly as I can.
Yeah.
So
Right.
So I
Wait at
will-
the entrance. Maybe sleuthing around.
Okay, you're gonna wait at the entrance.
Yeah.
Is anyone else
I'll have-
following him into the room?
I also have one dagger out and sometimes use that to like flip stuff or lift stuff up so I can
Sure.
look under it.
So make an
Well,
investigation
since
check.
I'm just helping move the rocks, I would have saw everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have seen everything. Or at least the majority of the room.
Like,
So what
there's
did
no
you
way
say?
we were doing
Roll?
it quietly anyways, so sure I'll stumble
Yeah,
into the
well,
room.
we didn't move the rocks very quietly, no. But
No.
if I can keep things from being able to pinpoint me in this room, then be best.
Yeah, I mean these coffins are quite large. You can kind
Yeah.
of move between them, and if you sort of crouch down, you can almost obscure yourself from both sides.
Be like 3/4 cover. All right. So what did I need to roll?
An investigation check.
Investigation check. 16.
And just so you guys know, this right here is still difficult terrain. So
Yeah.
16?
Yep.
Okay. As you move through and you're picking through some things, you take particular notice of the remains of those that have been strewn about this chamber. You can see teeth marks on the bones. You can see that they've been broken, almost as if they've been gnawed on.
Can I pick up one of the bones that have teeth marks on them and take it back to Lear? See if he's able to identify anything.
Take a look at it.
All right, but before you can do so, you can't help but notice something slinking in between the coffins as they sort of loudly move through the chamber. And a large, monstrous humanoid
Oh,
can't
fuck.
escape your gaze. And then another. And then another.
Boy.
And then through the chasms in the chamber, you see one start to climb up out of the chamber. And so you guys are going to have to roll for initiative.
They've noticed. Okay.
As Dorian sees these creatures, he has the strangest sense of deja vu.
These creatures look starved In fact, it appears that they were trying to move stealthily, try to get closer to you. But unfortunately, their hunger has gotten the best of them as they begin to ravenously move towards you.
Good thing they're
Oh,
towards
no.
the back. Medicus.
Oh no. I love their
Right.
icons. It looks like they're Kiss. People from Kiss.
So,
15,
Bon
Right.
We're
Jovi.
missing Rashadir's initiative.
13.
Oh, I rolled and it was 12.
Oh yeah, I see it now. It was hidden with your
Lear,
investigation.
13. Cliff.
Yeah, because it was
9.
in the same window.
Rashidar.
12.
12. Masani isn't here. Medicus got 9.
Cliff, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You can,
Probably
bud.
we need to have Cliff go first because he's in the room.
Yeah.
Alright,
Actually,
that's-
yeah, Cliff,
I
you
mean,
go
it
first.
doesn't really matter.
All right. And so, first up to move are going to be the ghasts. And so, this ghast here
He's
to
gonna
the south
gaslight him.
is going to go first. It's going to move towards you, Rashidar. It is going to go ahead and make a. Let's see, I don't think it has multi-attack. I need to check though. No. It's going to attempt to make a biting attack at you. That's going to be a natural 19, so it's going to be 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
I could
Ooh,
change it, but I don't know.
Terrible
if you-
roll. So 8 piercing damage as the creature bites into your arm. It's less worried about killing you and more worried about getting some flesh from your bones.
Which arm did it bite?
I guess your left arm.
There's no flesh there.
But it still hurts. It's pissed now.
It's pissed.
All right, and this ghast is going to jump over one of the sarcophagi and try to do the same thing to you, Cliff.
I can only
Um,
imagine.
That's going to be an
Oh,
8 total,
Looking at
That
Cliff.
does not hit.
right? And it's going to try to bite you, but its teeth get caught in your chain shirt as it tears away and gets nothing from your body.
Glad I repaired that.
And Doran, you're up.
Okay.
No difference.
Can I move here, or is this?
I guess you could. You could also squeeze by me.
The,
Technically,
Move where?
move
right here.
right next to that gas.
No, so
behind-
this is total.
Okay, so
This
have
right
to
here
go through
is
here.
total. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
so
to
this
go
is the
through
only-
there, and
so
that's difficult terrain.
So
15,
10,
20,
15, 20,
25, 30.
25, 30.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take a swing at this gas.
All right, go for it.
10.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Oof.
That's my turn.
All right, Lear, you just witnessed Doran rush into the room and unfortunately miss his swing against the undead creature in front of him.
25, 30. You could just make it into the room by me. That's as far as you could go.
So I can see this guy back here, right?
Can you?
I mean, I can see him on my character.
well, okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of broken walls over here.
Okay.
But he's going to have 3/4 cover from this
I'm just gonna
distance.
go ahead and cast Moonbeam, 5-foot pillar. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast it on this ghast here.
Okay.
So immediately he has to make a con save.
Still takes half damage, right?
11.
So that fails. He takes
Ooh.
full damage, 2d10. 17 damage.
17.
That's radiant,
Radiant.
damage.
Right. So 17 damage. Wow.
I
Is that
am,
a con-
I am,
is that a-
yeah, I am concentrating on it. So as a bonus action, I can move it 60 feet And on the start of his turn, he will have to make the same save.
Right.
If you bonus action move it to another gas, do they immediately have to make that save as well?
Yes. So I cannot cast
You
it
can't do
and
it on the first turn.
Oh, okay. So let's say that'd
For
be a
that
little bit
exact
broken.
situation.
Yeah.
All right. Not gonna move anywhere.
Actually, I'm gonna move back some.
Okay.
I'm gonna move right there.
All right, Rashidor, you're up.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay.
So 10, 15. And then I'm going to pull up my heavy crossbow and attempt to shoot the one that's got the giant fucking beam on it right now.
All right. It's gonna have half cover.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I said,
Hmm.
this particular square is like full of rubble,
Okay.
and you've sort of left the room. So you
Alright.
can still try.
I think I'd rather try to shoot the one that's in between Thorn and Cliff then, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that
Okay.
without a disadvantage.
So. Ooh, natural 19.
Yeah, that does hit.
Right.
Too bad you're not a champion.
Nope. Eh. 15 damage.
Okay, 15 damage.
Magical damage. So I moved 15, 25, 30.
Yep, you move there.
Rest of my movement.
All right, Cliff, you're up.
I am going to bless myself, Doran, and Rashidor is within 30 feet.
Okay.
And then
You're
bonus
now
action.
hashtag blessed.
Nice.
I'm
I can put that on
going to
myself,
tell
I guess.
Doran that I had a fever dream last night where he helped me kill a creature, and now I'm gonna help you and give him bardic inspiration.
So inspiring.
Just
That's
face palming like that wasn't a dream, dumbass. And that's my turn.
All right, great. Novus, you're up.
I'm gonna move up. And shoot this one with
half
ray
cover
of
still.
frost.
Half cover.
He still has half cover? Okay.
Yeah.
From where you're at right now, is half cover. This one is the only one you have full advantage of hitting.
15. No, that's a bad.
Engaged. You're
Bad.
engaged. Yeah.
Bad. I hate that I take so long on my turn because I feel like you're like, you're taking so long.
Well, as soon as your turn ends, go ahead and devise a plan for what you're going to do on your next turn.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Okay.
So you're gonna Ray of Frost, or is that
Yeah,
your
I'm
plan?
gonna cross this guy.
And remember, you
No.
have all of your class features back.
All right, roll to hit.
Slash. Is it still like I don't know. Never mind.
You just have a straight roll.
Yeah.
If you're hitting this one.
Yeah, half cover gives the creature plus 2 AC, so that misses. All right, are you gonna move anywhere?
You've only moved 5 feet so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back.
So 10. So you can't get through me and Lear. You don't have enough movement speed.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's
So this Bagul is going to run up to Doran here and is going to make a bite attack. And that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And then this ghoul is going to run up to Cliff. Oh, shit. Would a 16 have hit?
No.
Okay. And this Bagul is going to run up to Cliff and make a bite attack against him. And that's going to be an 18 to hit.
Oof.
I believe that hits.
I think his AC is 17.
Yeah, so that's going to be...
Is that right, Spencer?
Yeah, I said it's.
Oh,
Okay, I
and
didn't
I
hear
just
ya.
rolled max damage, so you're going to take 14 piercing damage with that bite as he takes a big chunk of
You gotta
flesh right out of
roll-
your back.
No, bless is not a concentration, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and so that is the ghoul's turn. Ignore that, and now we're back at the
Oh,
top of the round.
bless falls off.
Oh, yep. So nat 1 on the con save, and so bless is going to fall off of everyone.
This guy makes a con save, and he
Okay.
still takes half damage even if he passes.
Okay, con save. That's going to be a 12.
Fail.
Okay.
2d10.
Ooh, here we go.
Holy shit. 18 radiant.
Ooh.
Oh, so if it's when they start their turn.
Yeah, if they start their turn in it.
Or I move it on top of them. So
Okay,
we're
so
both,
yeah, he definitely
technically.
started his turn there.
It's gonna
So
guarantee
he failed
damage.
it and took.
18.
Oh
radiant.
wow. Okay, so all right. Those of you that can see this gas that's being moonbeamed currently,
Taking
he
35 damage.
almost took it to the ground, but unfortunately, it is
Okay,
still living. So this ghast is going to attempt to make a claw attack against Cliff. That's going to be a 14
That
to hit.
misses. I think his AC is 17.
You guys don't hear me?
Gotcha.
It said no.
No,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
hear
we,
ya.
we can't hear you, but now I can.
If you're hitting unmute, if you're muting yourself, give it a second. It might not be registering.
Good.
And the ghast is going to begin moving out of the moonbeam and move in front of Notice
Punch
here.
it, Spencer, or something.
Can I?
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swing your short sword at it.
That does in fact hit.
Woohoo!
Nice. Come on, take it down.
6
Take it down.
damage.
And as the ghast tries to get away from you, Cliff, you stab it in the chest, and it's enough to take it down.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Cliff
You
racking
saved
up the
me.
kills.
All right.
True
And so
adventure, Cliff.
the other ghast is going
Like-
to make a claw attack against Dorian now.
Like Arian last time, doing the most. Got the most kills, taking the most damage.
19 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Ooh,
All right, and that is going to
on
be
Dorian.
a mere 8 slashing damage, but you need to make a con save.
20.
All right, you pass, and whatever effect the gas was attempting to get you with, you resist. And then it is your turn, Dorian, but you will need to make another con save.
And next to something. 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a strong smell begins to enter your nose, but you're able to shake off the noxious, nauseating effects.
My mask
Smells like
stops it.
How
So your
does
turn.
how does that work on a person who doesn't need to breathe?
You can still smell.
Yeah, but I don't have to breathe.
Oh,
But you didn't know it in the second, so it just hits you.
Yeah,
and you're
right.
like,
I
oh.
understand that, but for
none of the
future
rest of
reference-
you know yet either. Dorian's the only one
Yeah.
who's like, damn, that shit stanks.
Yes, thank you, mate.
It stank.
All right, so you're up, Dorian.
I am going to.
You go attack the ghast.
I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathist,
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
and
that an
bonus
action?
action, Hexblade's Curse. That gas.
The middle creature.
All right, it has been Hexblade cursed.
And that's my turn.
And Lear, you're up.
Hang on. Before we go any further. Concentration is for dancing lights, right?
I made.
Oh yeah, that's
You made
yeah,
it?
that's true. You do need to make one more con save because you did take 8 damage,
And it's gone.
and you actually failed. So the lights.
There's a giant moonbeam. I don't know if
Yeah.
it actually emits light. Hold on.
Does it? It should.
No, it's just pale light. It does fill the cylinder, so in that 5-foot radius, you can see.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
the humans are now totally in the dark.
Except for that giant pillar of light.
Right. You guys can see that, but it doesn't emit light any further than its own circumference.
Okay.
All right. So Lear, you're up. The lights have gone out.
I can
He's an
still
elf.
see.
Yeah, you can still see.
I can't.
With it,
You can
I'm
move
going
up
to use
that
my bonus
flame.
action. I don't have my flame sword out. I'm concentrating on Moonbeam. I'm going to move
Okay.
my Moonbeam onto this guy here, so he makes a con save on the ghast.
It's gonna be 12.
That fails. So 2d10,
Spell is good.
14.
Nice.
14 damage.
And then I'm also going to use my action to chill touch him also.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to hit. With disadvantage, because it's dark.
He's
It's
a half
covered in
elf.
light.
I'm in a half elf.
It's still
And there's a
dark though.
giant pillar of beam on him. So he is
Oh,
actually
that's true.
lit up,
He's actually lit,
but it's still 11.
but it's still an 11, so that misses actually.
Can I see
Yeah.
this giant moonbeam?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
you can see the ghast in front of you just fine, but everything else is pitch black.
Yeah.
Rashidor, you're up.
It's like a hunter's mark for me. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you moving that moonbeam up. I can see.
Can I shoot this thing?
You can shoot it, but you will have disadvantage because dark vision does not make you immune to darkness. It merely makes it to where you can see, but you can't see like as good as if there was light.
What
So
if
you can hit it.
What if I hide first?
It would
Bonus
it would
action.
cancel. Yeah.
Then I just have a straight roll if I manage to
Yep.
avoid it.
Yep.
So I'll do that.
Okay. Yep.
Ooh.
And you can make your attack.
Is
Straight
it a
roll.
straight roll?
Yeah, it's straight roll. It rolled a nat 1 on his perception check.
Ooh, nice. Okay. I just have to roll. Fuck you, cocked die.
And that actually misses. So, any movement?
I'll move up here.
Okay. And Cliff, you need to make a con save as you start your turn.
And Medicus, you still have that hooded lantern.
Okay, you are now, the stench fills your nostrils, and it reminds you of something that, some bad food your wife made for you one time that was spoiled. You're now poisoned. So, poisoned.
That's just disadvantage on attack rolls, yeah. And saves.
Attack rolls, I think.
Disadvantage on attack
Oh
rolls
yeah,
and
and
ability
ability
checks.
checks.
Ability checks, not saves.
All right. And other than this gas directly in front of you, it is pitch black in this room.
Pitch black on my screen, so I'm gonna hit the thing that I can apparently see.
In front of you, okay. So roll to hit with disadvantage.
Well, it's lit up.
Yeah,
The
You
but
can
gas
I have
attack the
itself is
gas
lit
with a
up.
normal roll because you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to roll with
No,
disadvantage.
no,
because
he's
of the poison.
poisoned. He's poisoned. That's why he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
10.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's gonna miss. You
With the
swing, but
plus
you kind
one?
of cough. The stench sort of.
The 11 misses
No,
because that's what
with the 11, it
Lear,
does not. It still does not hit.
Okay.
So
what Lear rolled was an 11.
swing. Well, not a swing, but a stab and a miss. As the stench is just too much for you to overcome. You can move, but it is pitch black, and this room is very rocky, so that could have
I'm probably
some
just gonna stay
unintended.
behind my shield.
All right,
So, Medicus.
Novus, you're up. It is pitch black except for that one ghast back there that you can see.
I did give you a thing.
But it's empty, right?
I thought I turned it off as soon as everybody went to bed.
Yeah, but
didn't
it's
Tyler
out
say that
of it's out of oil.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
have
out.
been on for longer than however long that fight was, which was only, 4 rounds of combat? If that.
I thought you were keeping it on the entire
No,
long rest.
No, I turned it off as soon as everybody went to sleep because that's what I did the first time.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt then, and just say, yeah, you can use your action to take out that
Lantern and light it.
lantern and light it.
I feel like I could kill that gas that's lit up.
You really need to just make it so where everyone can actually hit everything.
Okay.
All right, is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'll take out the hooded lantern.
Quick question: why did Rashadir have disadvantage on his attack?
Because it's darkness.
It's pitch
And I
black
was
dark.
attacking that one.
Dark
not-
vision
Gives
does
him
not.
dim light in darkness. Dim light does not impose disadvantage on attack rolls. It's perception checks. Because there are creatures in the game that specifically say if it's dim light, they are hidden.
I don't believe dark vision. I don't believe that's how dark vision works.
I have my dark vision right here. A monster with dark vision can see in the dark within a specific radius. The monster can see in dim light within the radius, as if a bright light, and in darkness as if it were in dim light.
Monster? Are you reading like a?
I am reading what the dark vision says on my character sheet.
Where's that? What's that under?
means-
Features and
Which
traits.
means I should have had advantage.
It's
on
under
that attack.
senses.
True.
Yeah, so you can see in darkness shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Means you can see them. They're just colorblind.
And darkness as if it were dim light.
And dim light does not give disadvantage on attack rolls, only perception checks.
Well, it does in my game.
All right, if that's the if that's the
Wow.
ruling we're gonna do,
That means the gas have disadvantage as well. Then
just remember that for
Yeah.
everything that has dark vision. If we're gonna do that,
That means gas have it too.
I thought. See, there's this thing though. There was a distinction that was made between monster dark vision and player dark vision.
I think that's for
I
true sight.
remember
That was for true sight.
that was for devil
There's a
sight. Where we
difference.
had
Yeah, double
there's a-
sight
this-
and true sight.
Devil Sight. Yeah, is different because it can
Yeah.
see through magical darkness.
Yeah, but not
The issue
dark vision.
being that
Then what's the point of having dark vision, honestly? Because even in pitch darkness, if you're a human, you
It'd
can still make an
it'd
attack at
still be
disadvantage.
well, you don't even if you can't see the creature, then
we
can't
can
really
That's
do
Well,
it.
you can
okay.
still attack at disadvantage.
If you don't know where it is.
I'm on my
Dark
racial.
vision.
I'm on my racial traits, and it literally says for the blurb, for word. This is
Well,
what it says.
I mean, honestly, I get a lot of my homebrew rules from Critical Role, and I know that Matt does something.
I don't
He doesn't
care
do
as
that.
long as we're just everything with dark vision has to apply to this rule. Is what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on that, but we'll run it like I have been for the rest of this session, and then I'll
Okay.
take a look at it.
So disadvantage.
I know, yeah. If it's pitch black, yeah.
Okay.
So even these creatures against us should have had disadvantage.
When the lights went out.
If they rely on dark vision.
Yeah,
If they rely
Okay.
on dark vision.
fairly certain they do.
Okay. Anyway, back
The
to the
point
game.
of like when it's pitch dark, a human can hear stuff and like swing toward it, and they get disadvantage. That's kind of how Matt and them did it.
I guess so. I'm just trying to remember. There's a specific. I remember it's early on in campaign 2 even because someone tries to do something because they have dark vision, and he's like, dark vision doesn't prevent disadvantage or something like that.
It might be perception.
Maybe it was a
checks.
perception.
That was
Maybe it was a perception. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'm seeing the logic here. So, sorry, Rashider. But I think that you had a straight roll anyway.
Well,
So
it would
we'll
have been. It would have been an advantage if you failed to see me when I hid.
Sure. Well, in that case, why don't we retcon this? Go ahead and make a second heavy crossbow attack roll.
Okay.
See if you beat its AC with the
See if I hit
advantage.
it this time. Well, it's a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right.
Sorry.
Roll for damage on that.
This is gonna be a big hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking huge hit.
No, it's not. Actually, it's terrible.
Oh wow.
So
14.
4 and 4, 8 plus.
Yeah, so 18 though.
Yeah.
Oh, not 18. Not quite. It's you rolled a
It's
2. You rolled a 2 on the
4 and 4 plus
so 4
5.
plus
No,
4 plus
15.
5 is
Be 15.
7 plus 4.
Or no.
Yeah, 7 plus 4. That's 11.
Yeah, 8 plus 7 is 15.
8 8 plus 5 13.
Oh,
13.
yeah, you're right. I was adding 7.
Where's the math, Howard?
I'm tired.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, go ahead, Nova. So you can all see, right? Change that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
You gonna move at all?
Uh, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Ghoul. The first ghoul is gonna make an attack against you, Dorian, with its claw. That's gonna be a 19
Yeah, that hits.
to hit. That's gonna be a big old.
It takes 10 ice damage.
That it does.
It's gonna be a. That's gonna be Oh shoot! I rolled the wrong thing. I have to re-roll that. Yeah, it's gonna be 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
All
It
right. And
takes
it's gonna
10
take
cold damage.
10 cold damage, and you need to make another con save.
Okay. 14.
All right. You pass. The other ghoul is gonna attack you, Cliff. It's claw attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 15 to hit. Nope.
Was that with a +1?
We heard
Still,
you that time.
it still misses.
Still
One.
It's still 15.
Yeah, yeah,
Even with plus
Just
1.
making sure he doesn't forget the +1.
yeah. It would have been
Yeah.
16 actually, but it still
Oh.
misses.
My bad. Sorry.
He's got 17. And then the ghast is going to
Save.
do its
Con
best
save.
to pass this con save. 17.
Passes, so it takes half. Takes 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage. Okay. Okay. Similarly to the other one, this one is looking just as
Pretty
rough
Nice.
as it makes its.
Turn.
So it makes a final attempt at a bite attack on Cliff.
Come on, Cliff.
And that's going to be a natural 1, as it instead attempts to bite a stone sarcophagi, breaking its jaw, dealing the
awesome.
final 1 point of damage to take it down.
It lunges at something that's not even.
As it nat ones. Yeah.
The moonbeam blinded it, so it just turned and launched itself at something.
Because it suicided
and-
itself, I get 7 HP back.
Nice.
Yep.
Damn.
And I
And
am going
Dorian-
to turn around and take a swing at this bagul.
Ghoul.
Okay.
Ooh.
14.
That hits.
8 slashing damage.
Alright, 8 damage.
And that is my turn.
Alright, Lear.
You can do it.
I'll move the moonbeam to the school here.
Okay.
Nice.
Makes a con save.
14.
That's it. So takes half damage.
Half damage.
So 6.
Round up or round down?
We round
we
up
round
this
up.
game.
We round up here.
Okay.
Alright.
And then I'll chill touch it also.
Okay. Straight roll.
Let's do it. Oh.
Nope.
That's a miss.
Not
Alright,
good enough.
Rashidary, you're up.
A bonus action hide. Because I'm already in this corridor.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Hide in combat, I'm not good at.
Okay. You can make your roll with advantage if you're gonna attack
Yeah.
this guy.
Gotta move up in between these two. 10, 15. So I don't have to fire through 2 people. Come on now.
Just like, steady it on Noah's shoulder.
15?
That hits.
Okay.
This Bagul's gonna be begone.
Bye-bye, Bagul.
Boom, headshot. Got him.
Headshot.
And I move right
Alright.
back.
Okay. Cliff, you're up. You're no longer poisoned.
Come on, Cliff. You can do it.
Even day.
You can do it. 5, 10,
Go
15.
By my
yeah.
buddy,
Either day.
turn around and do a cool slice attack.
Alright, roll to hit.
I feel like you. Oh,
Okay, that hits.
We've done the same amount of damage just punching it.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Similar to that fever dream where he helped me kill the other one, I'm gonna do it myself this time.
And put him right through his head. Making Papa Dorian proud, maybe.
Nice.
As the creature falls and the dust clears
Move back
and
in.
combat is over.
I'll say my dream ended just like that.
Fade.
Interesting.
Well, fade.
Alright. Gonna go grab my bolts. And then. I'm
All
assuming
right.
I didn't find
Roll
anything.
roll a d4.
A D4.
on your bolts.
D4. 1.
You're only able to recover one bolt.
How many did I fire?
You fired.
1, 2.
I think you fired
Three?
3. Yeah, you fired 3, so you're down 2 bolts. You were able to recover one of them.
Are there any wounds that need tending?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
I mean,
14 health.
I'm at 16 of 24. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who actually. No.
Cliff
Doran
got
got
it.
hit. He had 10 hit points.
I got healed though from Hexblade.
I'm
Give
down.
you a first level healing word. to
Wait. How much damage did Cliff take?
14.
Do you give it to Cliff?
Okay, then I'll heal Cliff.
Protect
He
your
seems
buddy.
to be the one.
Yeah.
You guys are all like, hey,
Damn.
you have high AC, you should tank. And I'm just kidding.
Literally
What are you talking about?
literally a max level healing word.
Heal.
I'm
From my max level friend.
the fucking warlocks being the tank. That's a terrible idea. I just want some help up here is all I want.
What's your HP at, Doran?
So I'm off
Max-
tanking,
max?
but I'm still
27.
getting fucked up.
You're
You got 8.
3 hit points
Cliff.
higher than me, and I think Cliff.
That's because I have 16 in con. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
I haven't got hit this entire time.
I'm so proud of you. I'm going to recast Dancing Lights.
And I'm gonna put away my.
Oh,
Alright.
I did. Alright.
Okay, you put that away. Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
Cliff,
Uh,
did you get your 8
What's that?
HP?
Yeah, put it on there.
Okay.
Low light.
So you're only down 6 HP, right, Cliff?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
And so,
down. Yeah.
as the dust clears around this room, you can definitely see that these creatures have been trapped in here for quite some time. And in order to preoccupy themselves and feed, they have basically torn through every corpse in this room.
All right. There was nothing among the rubble.
I would
like to do a
Um,
quick investigation of this room. See if there's anything.
Okay. Yep. And Rashid, are you doing the same?
Yeah.
Because I know you mentioned it. So
That's
both of
original
you
time.
either make individual investigation checks or one can help the other.
I can't help you.
I
Oh, that's
can
true.
help you because I have expertise in investigation.
What's your
actually.
intel mod?
It's +0, but I have a +4.
You probably should just roll yourself. I only got a +1.
My investigation was +5.
12.
Okay. So, did you want to help me investigate,
I can't help you.
Mr. Wizard,
Wizard can
Yeah,
help.
I'll help you.
No.
or do you want to
dusty
do
look
the
around.
investigation? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
he's
said you had
technically
+5.
better.
Investigation.
I'm sorry, what?
I can do the investigation.
Okay. Well, then I will assist the wizard. Wizard, do your investigation with advantage. Oh,
Roll again.
That's a good one.
Well, I mean,
Just do it
Oh,
again.
well,
'Cause you
I'm
could
doing it
possibly
again.
you could possibly get higher than 22. Which is nuts, but
Yeah, you have a 15% chance to get
No.
higher than that.
nope. So
Okay,
22.
so Ratcheter, you and Novus take a look around together, and scattered amongst the bones on the floor,
Uh-oh.
you find an assortment of bronze, brass, and copper rings and earrings. You find 27 in total, and they're worth about 2 silver pieces each.
So 27 rings and other assortments worth 27
Yeah,
silver
assorted cheap jewelry, 27 pieces worth,
with 2
and they're
silver.
each worth 2 silver apiece.
So 27 times 2.
The ones I find, I
It's
just
54.
Just
Just
We can probably
Just
we can
putting
probably just
your
give that to someone.
yeah,
Give it
someone
to-
just
So-
put in your inventory cheap jewelry worth 54 silver pieces.
we should
That's a
probably,
good idea.
Probably don't have a weight, do they?
They're
Mine
no,
weighs like
they're
2 pounds.
very light. They're earrings and rings and things like that.
Who do we want to have them or hold on to them? Because
I mean,
DM, do I notice looking around? I'm trying to look for that black ooze on any of these dead bodies.
I can hold them. I guess. Oh, I had them.
Yeah, you. It's fairly clear that there's no evidence of any black ichor lying around. But back to that investigation check. While you're searching around, you take a peek down into these holes and collapsed floor,
Mhm.
and as you look down here, it goes about 10 feet down. You see many rocks and things at the bottom, as well as pieces of stone sarcophagus. But something else catches your eye, Novus. A triangular object sort of stuck into the dirt at the bottom. It doesn't appear to be a rock. It appears to be something else.
There we go.
But it's hard
How
to tell
far
from this distance.
How far down is it?
About 10 feet down.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to go and
Mhm.
get it.
All right. You cast Mage Hand, and your Mage Hand floats down to the object. It takes it a couple moments to yank it out of the dirt. It was wedged in a little bit, but you bring it up, and it looks to be a piece of something. It's triangular in nature. It's a corner, pyramid type structure, but you can tell that there are 2 interlocking portions of it that would indicate that it is one of at least 3 pieces.
So 240 plus 14.
does it have any symbols or iconography on the piece, or is it just
It does. It looks very similar to the cube from earlier that opened the door.
so another key probably?
It looks like we may have to search these rooms that we've been passing all along for the other pieces of this triangular puzzle.
Oh man. No. I've not been
Here's
paying
the thing.
attention. I've been busy adding things to my.
Trying to complete this. So
Looks like we're on
But
a scavenger hunt.
But finding a key, while having not yet found the door, you are left to all ponder what this puzzle piece, perhaps, his use is. And with that, we'll go ahead and call the end of session 5, as it's late on a Sunday night. And we'll have to look forward to session 6, where hopefully, maybe, just maybe, you guys will get through this place.
I don't.
That's yet to be
Never.
Probably
It's
not.
been great. It's been great so far.
seen. Yet to be
I actually
seen.
really like. I like it.
All right. Well, that was certainly something. I did not
Well,
expect
how long do I have
the
to use this
summoning chamber
crossbow?
to be a 2-hour experience, but that is what it is.
It was a good
How long do I have
experience.
to use this
All
heavy
right.
crossbow to get proficiency with it?
You're going to need specialized training in order to
I can't just
actually become
continually
proficient
use
with
it.
it.
No.
I mean, I suppose if you used it continually for, maybe a year or so,
Years.
I would even say no on that, because then you would just reinforce bad habits.
Yeah, that's true.
potentially, you would need some sort of specialized training in order to use it. However, there is someone in your party that does have that training. So
He's not
keep that
currently
in mind.
learning.
What are you talking about?
Don't you have proficiency with martial weapons?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I can use anything under the sun,
Why didn't we give you the heavy cross? Well, I
because
don't
it's a
know.
little
Because
redundant.
he has Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I will
Maybe you can teach
move you
me
guys
how
to the title
to-
page for now.
That way I
Um,
don't have to rely on my